Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Sock Talks with Joy and Sean. Glad to have you here today. And it's a beautiful fall day. Last day of September. Hard to believe, huh?
Fourth quarter tomorrow. Yeah, it's
Fourth
a beautiful
quarter.
fall day here in Florida. It's going to be in the mid 70s. So,
Yeah.
whew,
Well, here in the East Coast, Sean, we're in the 60s, but it's okay. I love the fall, my time of year. Colors are turning
are
early
they?
this year. Early this year. So a lot of pretty stuff out there. A lot of crisp walks in the morning,
Absolutely.
and stuff like that. But all good. So,
Good.
but hey, we decided today, as we are winding down to convention, or well, convention's November the 8th, and also November the 8th is the last day that you can qualify for the VIP leadership adventure, whatever you want to call it, in January. So
Gotta be
it's
there.
yeah, you've got to be there. You're going to
Gotta
hear
be
from
there.
two of us that have got it done, and a lot of people have gotten it done or getting it done every week. And for those of you that think, "Oh my gosh, there's no way I can do it in the next 5 weeks or 6 weeks," yeah, it's a mindset. So we want to give you some ideas. We want to,
Yeah,
kind of help you and see if we can inspire you in some way and something. Pick up one little tidbit that'll help you get there. Right?
absolutely. All right.
What
So
to start with, Sean?
here's the come to Jesus part. If you don't think you can do it, then you're not going to do it. If you think the 395 is going to be a struggle, then you're not going to do it. The 395 is such a deal, especially for businesses, especially this time of year. And I don't know our stats, but I would imagine from now until the first part of December, there'll be more 395 packages sold than probably all this year
Hmm.
because it's that time of year. So if you don't, you just got to think you can, you got to know you can do it. And we've talked on this before, and how I explain it when I'm walking somebody through sending the cards, I explain the subscriptions are really, they're more geared to the one-to-one personal cards.
Hmm.
They're really to build the relationships, and then the system send package. That's the the stay top of mind. You want to 3 to 5 times a year, depending on your business. You want to send cards to your clients, friends, family, sphere of influence, because you need to be there when they're ready for you, not the other way around. So
Hmm.
that's how I explain it. I don't know how many I've sold this year, but it's probably average one a week at least,
Wow.
and signing somebody up today, I know she's going to do one. Signing somebody up tomorrow, I know they're going to do one. It's just kind of how you stage it and how you preface the whole subscription first versus the system send.
Right,
Um,
right.
so I mean,
Well, so when you think about that out there, one a week, and of course there people are saying, oh, Sean, what do you say? How do you do it? How do you, oh yeah, okay, I'm getting my mindset. This is what we need to do. We got the holiday card. We got the holiday season coming. Who's not going to send it? What do you say on a consistent basis?
just what I did when as I'm walking through, as they're sending a card, and they've sent the card, and have them go to pricing, and I just start with, here's the 4 subscriptions. I gloss over the basic account
Hmm.
because there's no CRM built into it. And I say, look, these subscriptions, just like I said, these subscriptions are really like the one-to-one card, like you just sent to that person you cared about, or the person
Right.
you want to say thank you, or the person you wanted to say I love you. So that's really what these subscriptions are for. And I say, look, the 17, the 37, the 97, they all include our CRM, we call it the relationship marketing system, the ability to download contacts at one time, birthdays and anniversary reminders, and then I walk them through a paper card, 30 a month or unlimited. Then I say, if you scroll down a little bit, the system send package, it's $395. That comes with 300 cards, and those cards are what you're going to use for your group sends or your campaigns. And those are really geared towards the top of mind cards, or if you want to set up a card that you want to use over and over again, like a basic thank you or a basic nice to meet you, where you can just add them, click it, and it's done. So that's how I break the two up and show the value of, look, and I say, look, if you do the math, and I usually even proactively go, look, it comes with 300 cards, but when you're through with those, because we all get done with those before the year's up, you're
Hmm.
still paying $1.31 a card, which is
Hmm.
the cheapest price to do group sends or
Hmm.
campaigns.
Right.
And I tell them I signed up this time last year, and it was gone. My 300 cards with the holidays and the New Year card, it was gone in a couple months, but I'm
Mhm.
still paying the best pricing
Mhm.
um, for it. And it just, goes back to my story of, you know, when I sent my first group sent of 350 and I got 8 mortgage deals out of that. And I tie that back into it. So if you have a story like that, or if you share a story like that with somebody, it just, they see the value of, staying top of mind with their clients, because they
Well,
all do. Everybody wants, we all have this network, and we know if we take care of it, and that's what that system send package is all about. So
yeah, and if you don't have a story, use Sean's right there. The Sean, you got 7 mortgages from that three within that 395. So there's all kinds of stories out there. If you don't have your own, don't feel like you have to have your own,
right.
each time you do it. So, Sean, I'm gathering, most of what you do is business owners, and that's where you're getting most of your 395.
A lot, maybe that's the switch too, of, and um, every customer that you have that's not on a system send package, and every person that you've shown send out cards this year that didn't sign up for a subscription or system send package, you should start sending text and, you know, hey, you thought about doing a gratitude card or a Thanksgiving card this year to your clients, friends, and family? Question mark.
Hmm.
And wait for the response.
Wait for the response.
You know, and if it's yes, fantastic. This is this is the year to say thank you. The year we've gone through, this is the year to say thank you to your clients, friends, family. Great, let's get it set up, and let's, you know what, and what I would do if that's when and I'm going to do that, and when I get somebody, I'm going to sign them up, and then we're going to create that Thanksgiving card that day, and we're going to schedule it for November, whatever, 5 days, maybe probably that Thursday before Thanksgiving the following week, and get it all done that day for them. And I go click everybody. Okay, now it's ready to go, and it'll just sit there until that date comes up. So
Right.
don't schedule another time to then do the card for them. Do it right now, and then say, do you want to do a springtime card, or do you
Right.
want to do a New Year's card? And
Right.
because you may get where you're sending more than 300 cards a couple times, and that's going to help your volume as well.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
and it's
Yeah.
going to get them in the mode of doing that.
A lot of great points, and the things people can do right now. Just send that simple text, and whether it's text or private. I'm more of a private message on
Okay,
Facebook.
yeah, whatever works for
Whatever
you, or
works for you.
email.
But the point is, don't put it out there, blast out there for
No,
everybody. You
no,
can't. If you
this
want, actually, some people might put out there, hey, are you sending holiday cards this year? Let's see what the answers are, yes or no's. But where your big thing is going to come is those individual cards,
absolutely.
individual messages to people, and just simply asking them those simple questions.
And here's
I
your
would say, about sending a gratitude card this time of year because we really need it. Another thing you can just you can just really simply ask holiday cards, let people get back to you on what they're thinking with that, and it doesn't matter whether it's yes or no. It's great no matter. It's great for the yes, like, hey, have you considered using send out cards? How about we help get you set up with that? Or if it's a no, saying, are you serious? No.
right.
What's wrong with you?
Dumbass, no.
And
And then that goes to that follow-up question, the closing question. No, not right now. Well, great. What do you think the next steps should be? When should I follow up with you? You know,
Mhm.
so you kind of planted that seed that,
Right.
and I would, if somebody says, yes, I have been thinking about it, yes, I'd be interested. Great. Let's get you set up and let's do that card and let's schedule it today. Because you don't want them thinking, oh, November, I can do it the middle of November. You want to have you want to get it now,
Right.
and you want to set it up now,
And, and
schedule it that way, and you can go back, like, I know these, the next 3 months are going to be hectic. Let's just get it done.
right.
Let's put our
Yeah, and get it scheduled on. And now I forgot what I was going to say, Sean. I had something right on the tip of my tongue twice.
nope, but Sean interrupted me
It'll
again.
come. It'll come back. It'll come back. But yeah. Oh, I know what it was. Don't you want to be the first person they get a card from?
Sure.
Don't you want to be the first person on the top of their mind? I've never been like a real big Halloween kind of person, with cards. But honest to goodness, how about that?
I
Why
already
not
said.
send a holiday card? Yeah, a Halloween card. Why not send
Yeah.
a Halloween card followed up with a thank you card in November?
Yeah.
And then follow it up with a Christmas or New Year's after that.
Yeah.
And you can tell people, your top 100 people can be touched 3 times between now and the first of the year.
Right.
And do you know the cost is a little over $6 a person?
Right.
I did the math on that. That includes a postage.
Sure.
So,
For all three cards.
huh?
That's
All
not
three
just
cards.
all three cards.
All three
Yeah.
cards, you can touch them 3 times between now and the end of the year, and it's going to cost you barely $6.
Yeah.
A little over $6. That includes the postage. Are your customers worth $6? $6.11 here in Pennsylvania, by the way. So $6.11. Are your customers worth $6.11? So that's another thing that you can say to them, when you're kind of proposing it. And you mentioned about making the card for them. I kind of look at that sometimes as an extra bonus. Like if you're trying to get in the next 4 weeks at $3.95, and you've got somebody that's, hey, look, I'm going, let me do that for you. That's part of what I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you an extra bonus right now if we go ahead and get this set up today. I'm going to give you an extra bonus. I'm going to create your campaign for you. I'm going to create that card for you. I'm going to get your contacts downloaded for you. These are all things that take us minutes
Right.
to do.
Yeah.
So it's not anything coming out of your pocket other than your time, but and do those kind of things if you want to get that person off the edge to get that package in there. You know, I thought of something else too. See, I'm just like, what is it
Oh,
today?
wait. Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, those are just some things, and some people. It's funny. I was saying that to somebody the other day. And said, "Well, I don't know if I have a top 100 customers." I said, "Okay, how about 50? You got 50? Oh yeah, I got 50." I said, "Well, let's touch them 6 times. Six
Right.
times. Do the next three New Year's, Valentine's Day or whatever
Yeah,
the following year.
absolutely.
I think
With business, coming from the banking world, if we had a great January, it set the tone for the year. That didn't start January 1st. That started this quarter. What are we doing? How
yeah.
are we getting geared up? And it's the same with your customers.
Mhm.
Just like Joy said, if you send a Halloween, a thank you, and a New Year's card, that's going to gear that customer up for a great year because they have contacted their best clients. So, and then they can reach out with text or calls and how can I help you? What can we do for you this year in January or the end of December to get it set up? So yeah, the 395 is it's a drop in the bucket for businesses.
Mhm.
You know, I talked to somebody. She deals with car dealerships. Like she does all their. I said, "What do you do?" She goes, "I tell them what to do and they give me a check." I'm like, "Okay." And she said, and they'll spend 70, 80 grand a month
Wow.
for advertising marketing. Um, so 395 is, okay,
Yeah.
so don't think it's a big deal because if you do, that's how it's going to come off to that person.
Yeah.
Whether you think so or not, we
Yeah.
project how we feel,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
it's
And for those of you out there saying, well, I don't have businesses, it's just, I just have the personal use that people that only use it at Christmas time. Okay, think about this. So you get the bundle now this year, use some of those cards, and you can turn around and use the rest of them
yeah.
next year. Just get them scheduled before
Or
your
or
deadline.
tell them they can schedule their birthday cards that for the year as well. I mean, those all come out of the 300. So
Yeah.
the 300 cards, it's not, you can burn through those rather quickly.
You can.
So
It's getting the right mindset. It's right from the very beginning. Get the right mindset. If you
yeah.
think you can't do it, you're not going to do it.
And if you need help, let me know.
Yeah, exactly. Let us know. Well, we'll definitely be, kind of helping you along with this because it's going to happen. Sean, I'm not, I'm amazed how many you've done. I mean, you just have that mindset and you've had it all along. And you just moved down to Florida. You're starting all over again and
Yeah.
getting people all over again. I think it's
New
very
market.
valuable to get back to your customers.
Yeah.
Kind of look at your customers, like how many were on this and jumped down and whatever. Just reach out to them, and just ask them, if they're gonna want to show that appreciation because you're right. This year of
This
all
is the year to do it. Oh, absolutely.
year to do it. I think I was on. I think it was Callie and Willie's Sock Wow group the other night, and I don't know who it was that looked it up. That Shutterfly is even predicting, like a 12-15% increase in cards this year for
Yeah.
people. People are going to send more cards.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, I want that big piece.
Right.
You
I would
know?
like to jump my business 10 to 15% every year. Well,
Yeah,
actually, I would like more than that. Yeah,
yeah,
that seems a little low for us. And then, and then you know what? You're keyed up for January to be there with us for VIP, and then with the announcements.
oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
you heard Cody say on the call Monday that next year will be the biggest. We'll make the most money next year than we ever have in send out cards as just affiliates.
yeah,
And if you don't believe that, then you really need to be there in January.
yeah.
You
You
know,
really, yeah. If you don't believe that, you better reset your mindset. You know,
right?
because
Yeah,
that's going to hinder you too. You know, reset that mindset and know that people want what they have. You know what we have.
yeah,
You know, it's just how you present it to them. So,
absolutely.
any other good tips? Any other good tips?
Get to work.
Yeah,
10, you should be doing at least 10 of those texts a day, which is copy and paste will take you a minute.
yeah,
So then let's do 50 a day. I mean, the more you do, here's the thing too, the more you do and the more you have, the more people you have in your book or however you keep track of it. When somebody says no, whatever, next.
yeah. It
If
doesn't
you're
bother you when they say no. You know, it's
if
just
you're
kind of
dealing with two or three people and you got to get one of these because that desperate stuff comes off too. So the more text you send out to say, how are you going to show, have you thought about showing appreciation, gratitude, or send Thanksgiving cards to all your clients, friends, and family? The more text you do like that, the more responses you'll get, and the more likely that someone's going to sign up. It's
right.
just how it works. And the more likely you'll be relaxed because you've got 15 in your funnel or 20 in your funnel or 30 in your funnel versus two or three. And then you're stressed because I gotta get one of these to sign up because I gotta make VIP. That's that projects too.
Mm-hmm.
So it is going to be a little work on your part. But if you do that once a quarter and just bust your ass for a month and then that's just going to grow. And then you do it again. And then you do it, it is the way to build and have growth and be a little more relaxed in
Yeah.
your business. So
Exactly. As we're sitting here talking about this, I think back on in the month of April, I put myself on this path of sending a message, just sending a message, like I know you have somebody that would appreciate hearing from you by way of a card. If I sent you a link, would you send a free card to them? And I blasted 10, 15 of those a day,
right,
on Facebook message. And I did this for a solid 6 days. 6 days. So you're talking, they ended up close to 90 some people. Actually, it was more than that I blasted out. But out of that, kind of narrowing down, I had about 30 people that held their hand up and said,
good,
yeah. Out of
yep,
those 30, I might have had 20. I mean, I haven't had everybody yet that has done it,
right,
but I will tell you that many of those people are current customers, are 395s, and some of them have become affiliates
yep,
over a period of time.
yep,
It kind of happens. So these spurts of doing this kind of thing are important. It's activity.
right.
It's just activity. And like Sean said, do 10 a day. Give yourself 10 a day, but you know what? Be the Mr. Sean Barklow and do 20. I mean, just be careful on Facebook though, because you're not allowed to do more than so many a day.
Right. Text. I do
They'll
more
shut you
text.
down.
I do more text than, yeah. So if you're doing 20 or 30 a day on Facebook, break it up over the day. Don't do
Yeah,
it
yeah. Break
all
it
at
up
one
over
time.
the day a little bit. Yeah.
But it's a copy and paste too.
It
But
is.
track, I do these are people that I've met with that I haven't shown a card yet, and then they go in here to this one when they've sent a card, and then I do a little asterisk next to them and what they've signed up for. And so I've got, since the beginning of the year, I can go back and say, okay, here's the people that haven't signed up. I can blast, or here's who just did the 17 or the 37. Hey, are you thinking about? Because I'm sure a lot of them are. I mean, if they're in their business, you know, some businesses are struggling. I mean, come on, what we've gone through this year. Some are booming
Hmm.
because what we've gone through this year. But you just want to try to help them as much as you can to say, and just show appreciation to your clients. You'll be amazed on what that's going to do for you.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, and you brought up a point there. I know some people I've heard the mindset conversation go on. Well, they didn't do well this year. They're not going to have money to spend on cards. I said, well, number one, it's not your choice to make.
No,
Number two, number two is they also haven't been spending as much on their marketing in the past as they have. And
sure,
number three, and most importantly, we said at the very beginning, people need to be shown how much they appreciate it right now. If there's ever a time of year that you need to do something different and effective
right,
and personal, a card is personal. Regardless of how you send it to them, it's still something personal. They're going to go to the mailbox, they're going to
right.
open it up and say, oh my gosh, you know, I have, I'm working with a client right now, and I have the cutest Halloween card. I used it last year. Now I want to use it again, but it's like, okay, I have to find another funny one. It's like it's a Sean card, with three pumpkins on the front. And they all have their faces, and they have the comment. And the other one at the end, instead of having their face in the one, their face was carved at the top, and they were commenting about he must have had a facelift.
I'll sh- I'll send you one because I have three pumpkins sitting on a stoop, and their mouth is open, and there's pumpkin seeds coming out, so it looks like they're getting sick, and there's beer bottles around. I'll send you that one. That's one I
That's
yeah.
yeah.
I like the facelift.
When you can
Look at the sky.
when you can send that to somebody and they haven't heard from you other than the emails, and if they even hear that from you or even open them, that rate is like 12%,
Right.
open the emails, kind of thing. What is that going to do?
And you can send your Halloween cards now. I sent 3 yesterday to friends
Yeah,
because I found costumes for them.
yeah.
Uh, but yeah, you can send them now, and then
Yeah,
so
that's
now and then.
the month of November. Thanksgiving Day is at the end, but Thanksgiving, it's all month
It's a
long.
Thanksgiving, yeah. Just want to,
Oh,
and to really say, I really appreciate you as a client. You don't know what that means, especially this year. Now, speak from here when you send it, and it's about them. And no business card. Nothing. The back should be a funny turkey, maybe. I mean,
yeah.
it's make that card all about them, and really, send it as a true appreciation and a thank you. And man, I wouldn't have had the year without you. You know, so
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And you make up a big good point on that branding on the back too. If they don't know you without putting that branding on, then you're not important to them,
right,
right? And if they don't know you and they look at it and say, "Who is this person?" They'll find out.
right.
So if you're right, don't put your business branding on the back on these particular cards this time of year when you tell somebody thank you, you know?
No, and I tell business that year round. That picture on the back should be something more personal to you, even if it's coming from your business. You got a great picture. We've talked about this friend with your family, and something that you like to do because you never know that just deepens the relationship too if there's a common thread there.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
just my opinion. I mean, but and again, if somebody says I want to put my logo, then we put their logo.
yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to argue with you. I've just known in 14 years what works best and what worked best for me. So,
Yeah. Yeah, you can make as many backs as you want.
yeah. And then I get their username and password and I change it anyway. No, I'm just kidding. Kidding, kidding.
Oh, you can
So,
only do so much. Hey, and, another point to really put out there to everybody is affiliates too. And if you don't realize it, it is a blocker for you. If you haven't got that 395 yourself, you're thinking in your
right.
mind,
Yep.
can I get somebody else to get that 395?
And explain how you use it. I'll say, yeah, it's a business. I still use it for prospects at,
Hmm.
30 or 40 maybe at a time that I send cards that haven't done something or only on the basic account.
Yep.
You got to practice what you preach. So
Yes. Yes. I know that whenever there's a new affiliate coming on board, my one of my favorite things to say is people are going to do what you do.
right,
Where do you want to
yeah, I
start?
won't. Babe, what package should I do? 97. You can't do anything up. You want that free first card to be free,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and you know,
Yeah. You want to
so
be able to have other people send that first card for free
yeah,
too.
yeah.
You know?
So we'll leave it at that. Yeah, if you need any help with the 395, the system send package, feel free to reach out to me. Reach out to Joy. We'd love to help you. Want to see as many people as we can there in January because it's just going to create. Um, well, the announcements will create some massive energy, but the more people there will be, it's going to be a great year next year for send out cards. And it
Yep.
starts now.
It
It
just,
starts now. For if you want to have your best year ever, it starts right now for you. Um, and get on board, because this time next year is going to come regardless if you work your business or not. So
just how do
wouldn't
you
it be
approach
nice this time next year you're sitting and going, huh, do I want the Porsche or do I want the Mercedes? I just don't know. What am I gonna How am I gonna congratulate myself for the best year I've ever had and send out cards? So
Oh, that's just a great point too.
yeah, so,
Be thinking about that right now.
yeah, whatever vision, whatever it
Whatever
is.
your
It's if
vision
it's
is.
the dream vacation, if it's I think it's got to be something tangible that you reward yourself with.
Hmm.
And I know I don't want to be in material things. Well, it's okay.
How
There's
much
more
do
for
you want to
me then,
contribute to your favorite charity?
Yeah,
How much do
absolutely.
you want to contribute to this nonprofits that they're all struggling,
Yeah.
and it's like, what do you want to do
Now
now? How do you,
what's local in your area? We have in Columbus. There's a gentleman that started a foundation in honor of a friend that got killed, and they feed 4 or 5 thousand people Thanksgiving dinner,
wow.
and it's growing.
Hmm.
And it's so get involved with something like that, and monetarily, if you donate to them, they can go to the food banks and you know trade more than if you go to the grocery store and
Sure.
get food. So yeah, whatever that carrot is
Your
that you
passion and just make that your.
write it down and say, this is what I want to accomplish this time next year, and
Hmm.
it starts today.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
with that,
With
go
that,
to work.
go to work.
Get
You
that
can do it.
395. If you
You can
need
do
help,
it.
reach out. I'd be happy to help you. Joy would be happy to help you.
Yep, for sure, for sure. Well, thank you, everybody. See you next week. And hey, give us some feedback on this. As soon as that first third, that 395 goes through after listening to us,
Yeah,
and
we want to hear it.
feel so much better. And you are going to inspire you. You're not only going to inspire other people, you're going to inspire yourself.
Absolutely. Yep.
It's all mindset. Make it happen, right?
Yes, absolutely.
We'll see you in
All
January.
right. Take care. Bye
Bye,
bye.
everybody.